Okay, so let's have this topic. So for the derivative of algebraic functions, using these formulas, for the derivative of a constant that's equal to 0, for the derivative of a constant times x, that's equal to the constant, and for the derivative of a constant times x raised to the power any exponents, so just multiply the exponent to the constant. So we have n times the constant, then minus 1 for the exponent. So for this given, to find the derivative, so we have y prime for a constant and a variable with exponent. So multiply this exponent to this constant. So this is 3 times 5. Then minus 1 for the exponent. So 3 minus 1. Then plus for this 7x to the power 2. So multiply this exponent to the constant. So we have 2 times 7. Then x minus 1 for the exponent. So 2 minus 1. Then minus for this constant and a variable, so that's equal to the constant, so this is equal to 4, and for the derivative of a constant, that's equal to 0. Then to simplify, so we have y prime equals this 3 times 5, that's 15, then x minus 1 to the power 2, then plus 2 times 7, that's 14. Then x minus 1, so to the power 1 or just x. Then bring down negative 4. So this is now the derivative. Then for this given, so again to find the derivative, so multiply this exponent to this constant. So we have 4 times 2 over 5, then minus 1 for the exponent, then minus, multiply, so 3 times 1 over 4, then minus 1 for the exponent, so 3 minus 1, then plus, for a constant and a variable, so that's a constant, since this x has 1 coefficient, so this is plus 1. And for the derivative of a constant, this one is 0. Then to simplify, so for 4 times 2 over 5, so just multiply this 4 to 2. So this is 8 over 5 minus 1, so that's x to the power 3. Then minus this 3 times 1/4. So multiply this 3 to 1. So this is 3 over 4 minus 1. So x to the power 2. Then bring down positive 1. So this is now the derivative. Then for this given, so first we need to rewrite this given. So bring up this x to the power 5 and this x to the power 3. So the exponent becomes negative. So we have y equals 7, then x to the power negative 5, then plus 5 times x to the power negative 3, then minus 1/2 x plus 9. Then using this formula, so to find the derivative, so multiply this exponent to the constant. So we have negative 5 times 7, then minus 1, so negative 5 minus 1, then plus, so multiply this exponent to the constant. So negative 3 times 5, then minus 1. So that's negative 3 minus 1, then minus for a constant and a variable. That's the constant. So this is minus 1 half. And for the derivative of a constant, this one is 0. Then to simplify, so we have y prime equals negative 5 times 7, that's negative 35. Then x, negative 5 and negative 1, that's negative 6. Then for this negative 3 and 5, that's negative 15. Then x, negative 3 and negative 1, that's negative 4. Then minus 1 half. Then this time to make this exponent positive, so you bring down, so we have y prime equals negative 35 over x to the power 6, then minus 15 over x to the power 4, then minus 1 half. So this is now the derivative. Then for this given, to find the derivative using the chain rule, so u to the power n equals n times u to the power n plus 1 times the derivative of u. So for this given, this is u and this is n. So u equals 3x plus 5. Then du, or the derivative of u. So the derivative of 3x, a constant and a variable, that's equal to the constant. Then for the derivative of a constant, that's 0. So du is equal to 3. Then to find now the derivative from this formula, so we have n is 5 times u is 3x plus 5, then n minus 1 or 5 minus 1, the derivative of u, and du is equal to 3. Then to simplify, so we have y prime equals, multiply this 5 and 3, so 5 times 3, that's 15, then times 3x plus 5, and 5 minus 1 to the power 4. So this is now the derivative. Then for this given, so using the chain rule, so this is u and this is n. So u equals 6x to the power 3 minus 7x squared plus x minus 8. Then du, or the derivative of u, so the derivative of a constant and a variable with exponent, so multiply this 3 times 6, so 3 times 6, this one is 18, then x minus 1 to the power 2, then minus 2 times 7, that's 14, then x minus 1 to the power 1, then plus a constant and a variable. So the answer is the constant since we have 1. So this is 1. And the derivative of a constant, that's 0. So du is 18x squared minus 14x plus 1. Then to find now the derivative from this formula, So n is 3 times u. U is 6x to the power 3 minus 7x squared plus x minus 8. Then n minus 1 or 3 minus 1 times the derivative of u. That's 18 x squared minus 14x plus 1. Then to simplify, so we have y prime equals, so multiply this 3 times 18. So 3 times 18, this one is 54x to the power 2. Then this 3 times negative 14. So 3 times negative 14, this is negative 42. Then x. And this 3 times 1. So that's positive 3. Then times 6x to the power 3 minus 7x squared plus x minus 8 to the power positive 2. So this is now the derivative. Then for this given, so we can solve this problem using the product rule. So u times v, this is u, and this is v. So to find the derivative, we have u times the derivative of v and v times the derivative of u. So u equals 5x minus 3 and du equals the derivative of 5x, that's 5. The derivative of a constant is 0, so du is equal to 5. Then for v is x minus 8. So dv, or the derivative of x, so this is 1, and the derivative of a constant, that's 0. So dv is equal to 1. Then to find now the derivative from this formula, so u is 5x minus 3 dv. dv is 1, then plus v is x minus 8 times du, and du is 5. Then to simplify, so we have y prime equals, so multiply. So this is 5x minus 3, then plus multiply that 5x multiply minus 40. Then simplify, so we have y prime equals, so 5x plus 5x, this is 10x, and negative 3, negative 40, negative 43. So this is now the derivative. Then for this given, so using the product rule, so we have u times v. So u equals 4x minus 2, and du, the derivative of 4x is 4. The derivative of a constant is 0, so du equals 4. Then v, that's 3x squared minus x plus 7 dv. So the derivative of 3x squared, so multiply this exponent to this constant. 3 times 2, that's 6. Then x minus 1, so to the power 1. Then minus the derivative of x, so we have 1 constant, so this is equal to 1. And the derivative of a constant is 0, so dv is 6x minus 1. So this time to find the derivative from this formula. So we have u, and u is 4x minus 2 times dv. dv is 6x minus 1, then plus v. v is 3x squared minus x plus 7, and du is 4. Then to simplify, so we have y prime equals multiply 4x times 6x, that's 24x squared. 4x times negative 1, this is negative 4x. Negative 2 times 2x, negative 12x. Negative 2 and negative 1, that's positive 2. Then plus this 3x squared times 4. This one is 12x squared. Negative x times 4. Negative 4x. And 7 times 4. That's positive 28. Then to simplify, so combine like terms. So y prime equals this 24x squared and 12x squared. This is 36 x to the power 2. Then this negative 4x and negative 12x, that's negative 16x, and also negative 4x. So this is negative 20x. So negative 20x and positive 2, positive 28. That's positive 30. So this is now the derivative. Then for this given, using the quotient rule, so we have v times du minus u times dv over dv squared. So for this given, this is u over v. So u is 3x, and the derivative of u, so the derivative of 3x, that's 3. Then v is 7x minus 4. The derivative of v, derivative of 7x, this is 7. And for the constant, that's 0. So dv is equal to 7. Then to find out the derivative from this formula, so we have v. v is 7x minus 4 times du. du is 3. Then minus u. u is 3x times dv, and dv is 7. Then all over v squared. So we have 7x minus 4, then to the power 2. Then simplify, so we have y prime equals this 7x times 3, that's 21x. Negative 4 times 3, this is negative 12. And this negative 3x times 7, that's negative 21x, then over. So 7x minus 4 quantity to the power 2. Then simplify, so this positive 21 and negative 21, this is 0. So we have negative 12, then over 7x minus 4 quantity to the power 2. So this is now the derivative. And for this given, so using the quotient rule, so u over v, so u is 2x minus 6, and du is positive 2, so the derivative of 2x, then v, that's 5x minus 1, and dv, derivative of 5x is 5. Then to find now the derivative from this formula, so v times the derivative of u, so v is 5x minus 1 times the derivative of u, then minus u times the derivative of v, so u is 2x minus 6 times the derivative of v is 5, then over the v squared. So v is 5x minus 1 quantity to the power 2. Then to simplify, so y prime equals multiply, so 5x times 2, this is 10x, negative 1 times 2, that's negative 2. Then minus, so we need to put this inside the parentheses. Then multiply this 2x times 5. That's positive 10x. And negative 6 times 5. That's negative 30. Then over. So this 5x minus 1 to the power 2. Then simplify. So equals 10x minus 2. Distribute this negative. So negative 10x distribute this negative, positive 30, then over 5x minus 1 quantity to the power 2. Then for the derivative, so this 10x and negative 10x, this one is 0, negative 2 and 30, that's positive 28, then over this 5x minus 1 quantity to the power 2. So this is now the derivative.